Good morning, unemployed people. There's a certain ancient saying that goes, every kid deserves a parent, but not all parents deserve kids. My source? I made that shit up. But honestly, man, what does the world even come to? With all the Ryan Kaji drama going on right now, everyone's acting like he's the only kid on YouTube being overworked or exploited. There are dozens of kids who've been living this same nightmare for years. So today, let's talk about them. These are the overworked YouTube kids. And we're starting off with the one who perfectly sums up just how far parents will go for clout, Bebop.
Find multiple videos where people are commenting that one of them is lip syncing the wrong words and they're actually asking for help, or they're saying that they were kidnapped. Other people have pointed out it looks like there are locks on the doors in the videos.
Bebop and her mom, Bebe, are one of the weirdest and most disturbing duos I've ever seen on the internet. With over 9 million followers on TikTok and more than 700,000 subscribers on YouTube, their whole thing is supposed to be mother-daughter fun. But if you spend more than a few seconds watching them, something immediately feels wrong.
We need cash. What happened to our stash? I bought an electric guitar. I rented a shiny car. I went out to lunch.
Bebop is this tiny little girl, probably not even 10 years old, but always covered in full glam makeup, heavy eyeliner, fake lashes, lipstick, wigs, and sometimes even heels, while her mom stands behind the camera filming her dance or repeat robotic, pre-written lines. The thing is, Bebop never looks like she's having fun. Her smile looks glued on, her movements are stiff, and there's no natural kid energy in her at all. She's not playing, she's performing. Every second of their videos feels scripted and forced, to the point both of them look like AI-generated people.
Bebop and Bebe behave in very strange ways, with some even describing it as AI-like. This caused a lot of fans to speculate that maybe Bebop and Bebe are being forced to make content.
And I wish I was exaggerating. Viewers started pointing out how identical every video was. Same background, same furniture, same lighting, same exact setup every single time. Even the toys in the background never moved. It looked like they were filming inside a frozen set, like a dollhouse someone forgot to rearrange. People started noticing weird details like locks on the inside of their bedroom door, speakers on the walls, and reflections that seemed to show someone else behind the camera. That's when the internet went full detective mode. Some fans became convinced that Bebop and her mom were being held hostage. Others went even further, saying they might actually be Kate and Ava Baldwin, a mother and daughter who went missing back in 2015.
I don't even know how to start this one, so let's just jump right in. On the left, we have Ava and Kate Baldwin, who are a mother and daughter who went missing in 2015 in San Antonio, Texas. On the right are Bebop and Bebe, who are very popular TikTokers. They are also a mother and daughter account. Now, as you can see, both sets of people look very similar. Here's another example of how similar they look. Now, the theory going around is that Bebop and Bebe are this missing mother and daughter duo. On Bebop and Bebe's account, you can find multiple videos where people are commenting that one of them is lip syncing the wrong words and they're actually asking for help, or they're saying that they were kidnapped. Other people have pointed out it looks like there are locks on the doors in the videos. Even I can't deny how similar they look.
The theory spread like wildfire, and suddenly, everyone online thought they were watching two missing people trapped in a house somewhere, being forced to make content. Comments flooded their page saying,
"Wear red if you're in trouble," or "Put a green heart in your caption if you need help." Scarily enough, Bebop and Bebe actually did these things. In their videos, they would regularly do the action that the top comment asked them to do. And during their lip sync videos, fans swore that they were mouthing words like help instead of the actual words.
Whether it was real or not, her mom didn't do anything to clear it up. She just kept posting more. You'd think any normal parent would stop everything and go, hold on, my child's safety is being questioned. Let's clear this up. But not Bebe. Nope. She doubled down. The conspiracy was fueling their fame. Millions of new followers, crazy engagement, non-stop views. So she kept feeding into it. Instead of explaining, she treated it like a storyline. And when people begged for the truth, she offered an exclusive interview about it, but only behind a paywall.
Bebop and Bebe break their silence. If you're unaware who these people are, there is a TikTok account named Bebop and Bebe, and people think that they are in danger. People will write in the comment section, wear this color if you need help, and they never respond, so that's what's got people believing that they are in danger. But honestly, it's probably a money thing, because they probably make millions off of these comments of people asking if they're okay. But apparently now, after all this time, they are breaking their silence in a news interview, but it's crazy because they're making you pay. I'm sorry, but what? You have taunted people on the internet for years, but now you want people to pay to hear your story. Sounds about right, though. It fits perfectly in with how the whole situation has been handled thus far.
Like, you literally had to pay to hear if the kidnapping rumors were true. That's not how you protect your kid. That's how you monetize fear. People were disgusted and the whole interview got canceled after backlash. But at that point, the damage was done. Everyone knew she was exploiting the situation for attention. The more people dug into their past, the more obvious it became that this was never about family bonding, it was about control.
While none of the theories were ever confirmed, a new theory emerged from all of the conspiracies. One that seemed to make a lot more sense. Bebop wasn't kidnapped. She was being exploited.
There's been some inappropriate videos of Bebop that make many people uncomfortable considering her age. There's been live streams where BB purposely plans things in the background to fuel this conspiracy theory, such as handcuffs. People in live streams have told her to touch her nose, tilt her head, or say specific things to show that she is in danger or kidnapped.
Before TikTok fame, Bebe had already pushed her daughter into the child beauty pageant circuit. Bebop was performing on stages, posing for judges, and competing from a very young age, already conditioned to act perfect on command. And anyone who's ever seen how toxic the pageant world is knows exactly what that means. Overbearing parents living through their kids, forcing them to look flawless, smile nonstop, and win at all costs. When that world wasn't enough, Bebe just moved the whole act online. So let's be real, no one has officially confirmed any kidnapping, but the exploitation is right there in plain sight. Bebop's childhood has turned into a performance. Her mom has built an entire brand off pretending there's something wrong, just to keep people watching. Even if you ignore the conspiracies, you can still see it. A child being overworked, overexposed, and emotionally drained for views. Now, let's move to Boram, basically the OG of this whole problem. Boram was one of the first YouTube child stars to blow up. She started her toy review channel when she was around 6 years old, and within a year, she became one of the most famous kids in South Korea. Millions of views, brand deals, sponsorships. Her channel was everywhere. But here's the catch. A 6-year-old can't manage a multi-million-dollar YouTube empire. Her parents could though, and they did. They turned Boram's playtime into production time.
What can I do for you?
Can I have this, please?
Watermelon.
Okay.
Every video had her acting out exaggerated reactions, sometimes crying, sometimes pretending to steal or be in danger. Stuff that's not just inappropriate for a child, but psychologically damaging when done over and over for an audience.
Views meant more money, so Boram's content got edgier. In one video, Boram stole money from her dad's wallet. That made a lot of parents angry. They didn't want their kids picking up bad habits. In another video, Boram pretended to be pregnant by stuffing her shirt with pillows. Viewers were disturbed. They accused Boram's parents of creating content for shock value. And soon people were asking, was Boram just a kid having fun, or was she a cash cow?
The problem got so bad that South Korean authorities actually stepped in. The country's child welfare agency opened an investigation after people reported her videos for emotional abuse. And you know what they found? That the videos weren't just funny skits. They showed Boram in distressing and potentially harmful situations just for views. On top of that, her parents had set up a company under her name and were managing all her earnings. She was generating millions, like over 3.9 million a month, but none of it was truly hers. Eventually, the court stepped in to protect her assets and ordered her parents to stop exploiting her. They even made them delete certain videos because they crossed the line. Think about how serious things have to get for a government to step in over YouTube content. That's how bad it was. What started as a simple toy channel turned into a full-on family business, complete with scripts, sets, and shooting schedules. Imagine being a first grader with a filming calendar instead of playdates. Every time she smiled, cried, or screamed for the camera, it was work. She might not have understood it at the time, but that's labor, unpaid and unregulated. It's why South Korea's government ended up creating new guidelines for child influencers after her case. Her parents nowadays treat her much better, but still, the child is grinding. Next up, Ren Eleanor. She's a toddler, a baby who became famous because her mom posted videos of her daily life, eating snacks, brushing her hair, going to the park. Completely normal kid stuff. Except it wasn't normal once millions of strangers started watching.
Upward slope, gaining followers. But then October came and she just stopped gaining. And she was staying the same, but now she's losing followers. Can we please help her?
And it was following this plea that the account's content again made a shift.
Ren's mom, Jacqueline, turned her into a full-time influencer before she could even talk. At first, it was just cute family clips, but as the views started blowing up, her mom began posting constantly, every day, every little moment. Breakfast time, nap time, bath time, nothing was off limits. And then the internet noticed something disturbing. People found out that Ren's videos were being saved thousands of times, and not by other moms or families, but by creepy adult men.
Start finding comments like this, and also comments like this, and even random grown men duetting the TikToks of the little 3-year-old girl, calling them pretty. Then you also find out that there are loads of fan accounts of this 3-year-old girl. And yeah, this comment comes from one of those accounts of where somebody was saying that they were putting the photos of this girl on his bedroom wall.
Some of those videos were even being reposted on inappropriate sites. That's how dark it got. You'd think any decent parent would stop right there, right? Take the videos down, protect their child, maybe call the cops. Not Ren's mom. She ignored the warnings, ignored the backlash, and just kept posting.
Such a growing male adult fan base, you would think that Jacqueline would want to do all she can to protect her daughter, but instead she creates content specifically for that demographic.
It's like she's addicted to the fame, the brand deals, the compliments, the numbers, even if it means putting her daughter's safety at risk. And that's where the real overworking comes in. Ren might not be working in the way adults do, but she was constantly being filmed. There was a camera in her face when she ate, when she cried, when she played. She didn't even know what privacy meant. Every milestone of her childhood, from her first words to her first day of school, is public property now. And she was just 3 or 4 years old. When people began calling her out, she didn't take responsibility. Instead, she tried to defend herself, saying things like, "Please don't mom shame me just because we have different parenting styles."
Please do not mom shame me because we have different parenting styles. I look forward to making more videos with my daughter, and I am committed to making changes when I turn my account comments back on. I will filter them to remove offensive comments and report and block accounts as necessary.
As if this was a debate about parenting opinions and not basic safety. She said she'd monitor comments and block offensive accounts, but nothing changed. The comment section stayed open, full of disgusting remarks, and she just let it happen. Eventually, it got so bad that other moms across TikTok started a movement, begging the platform to take action against family vlog content altogether. They weren't attacking Ren. They were trying to save her. These women saw what Jacqueline refused to see, that her child wasn't being celebrated, she was being consumed. But Ren's mom didn't listen. Even after the outrage, even after the warnings, she kept uploading. Same poses, same camera angles, same smile. Only difference is she turned off the comments, not to protect her daughter, but to protect her image. But the good thing is the mom's movement kept pushing and pushing until all her videos of her daughter were removed from the platform in mid-2024. As of now, if you look up Ren's account, there is no videos. But still, lots of people are still concerned. Her videos getting removed, that doesn't mean the exploitation stopped. Imagine what her money-hungry mother will do when those men start reaching out. Ryan Kaji, the face of the biggest child empire in YouTube history.
This is an ad for Nintendo.
I'm waiting for my dad to bring me the brand new Donkey Kong Bonanza game on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. This game is full of smashing and punching, so I'm gonna practice on these pretend play blocks.
Alright, I did it! I finally got the Donkey Kong Bonanza game!
Ryan's story started like most of these do. Small, innocent, and seemingly harmless. He was just 3 years old when his parents began recording him unboxing toys on YouTube. Nothing fancy, just a little boy playing with new toys and smiling for the camera. But those videos started pulling insane numbers. Millions of views per video. Brands noticed, companies noticed, and before anyone could blink, Ryan wasn't just playing with toys anymore. He was the toy industry. His channel, Ryan's World, became the foundation for an entire billion-dollar empire. He's got action figures, TV shows, toothpaste, backpacks, and literal aisles in Walmart dedicated to his name. Imagine being in kindergarten and already having a global merchandising deal. Ryan had so much motion that for 3 consecutive years he was the most paid YouTuber. Now, a lot of people still argue, but he looks happy. He's smiling. He's laughing. Yeah, because that's the job. You think a 7-year-old could tell the difference between genuine play and paid promotion? Every fun moment Ryan has on camera is still work. He's not just a child anymore, he's the face of a corporation run by adults. Filming schedules, product deals, rehearsed lines, all while being told to act like he's having fun. And the craziest part is, it's all branded as family content. His parents are the ones behind the camera, directing everything, signing every deal, negotiating with every sponsor. They turned their kid into a marketing strategy, and the audience called it cute. Like right now, Ryan is 14 years old but still forced to make videos about toys. He has even made a whole movie which flopped so much, by the way. The breaking point came when the FTC got involved. Ryan's channel was hit with complaints for deceptive advertising because over 90% of his videos were basically ads disguised as toy reviews. Children watching his videos couldn't tell the difference between what was sponsored and what wasn't. Think about that. A child being used to sell to other children without disclosure. The FTC started looking into whether that even counted as legal. Because at the end of the day, Ryan wasn't just making YouTube videos, he was being used as a walking, talking commercial. And who benefited from all that? The parents, the production team, the companies, everyone but the kid himself. And even though Ryan's parents keep saying they make sure he enjoys it, how much freedom does a child really have when millions of dollars are on the line? If Ryan wakes up one morning and says, "I don't want to film today," do you really think they'd shut everything down? No way, there's too much money to be made. That's the real problem. Once a child becomes a brand, they stop being allowed to be human. Ryan's world isn't just his world anymore, it's a company, and he's the mascot. Next, we've got Christina Pimenova. You've probably seen her before without even realizing it. She was once called the most beautiful girl in the world. Yeah, imagine being 9 years old and carrying that kind of label.
The whole title is too much for me to wrap my head around, let alone a 9-year-old. That's way too much of a title for a 9-year-old. And the fact that she's already being hailed as a supermodel, I think, is pretty damaging.
Christina started as a child model in Russia, and her face was everywhere in fashion shows, magazine covers, brand shoots. Her mother was her manager, stylist, and photographer all in one. And while that might sound supportive, it's actually terrifying once you understand the level of control involved. Christina's entire childhood revolved around photo shoots, modeling events, and long days posing for adults with cameras. She was praised for being beautiful before she even knew what that word really meant. Her mom would dress her in adult-style outfits, full makeup, and post pictures online, where thousands of grown men would comment about her looks. People started calling it out, saying her photos were way too mature for her age, but instead of protecting her, her mom kept posting, the same excuse every stage parent gives.
Christina's mom, the problem wasn't her daughter's modeling. It was the people complaining. She responded by saying Christina is just a little girl who's attracting a lot of attention. You must think like a creep in order to see something inappropriate in these pictures.
Christina's work schedule would put most adults to shame. Flights, brand campaigns, fashion events, all run by her mom, and when she wasn't working, she was still working because her YouTube channel was filled with behind-the-scenes footage and vlogs about her career. No school, no friends, just cameras and expectations. She now has grown a little older, but still, she's still standing on business. Now, let's talk about Lil Tay. Lil Tay was one of the most viral kids on the internet, and for all the wrong reasons. She came out of nowhere screaming into the camera about being the youngest flexer of the century, showing off cars, mansions, and stacks of cash like she was a mini rapper. Everyone thought she was hilarious at first, this tiny kid cussing, acting rich, and clowning adults. But it didn't take long for the truth to come out. The whole thing was fake. The cars, not hers. The houses, borrowed from her mom's real estate clients. The cash, probably staged. And behind every video was her older brother Jason, yelling directions off camera, telling her what to say, how to act, and when to be louder.
This is my closet. Everything here be designer. Gucci, Louis, Versace.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Bro, wait. Go back and say like, no, you broke ass bitch.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
No. Redo. You need to be like more ignorant. You have to be like, ooh, Lil Tay out here.
You still irrelevant like I said last time. What do I say?
You can literally hear Jason talking to her in leaked footage, demanding retakes when she didn't sound mean enough. Her mom, Angela, wasn't innocent either. She lost her job after it came out that she was using company properties to film Lil Tay's fake rich lifestyle videos. Instead of pulling back, the family doubled down, chasing every ounce of fame they could squeeze out of their daughter. Tay's entire childhood became a scripted lie built to shock people into watching. Now, Jenny Popach, or Rosalia Arola, is a completely different type of story, but somehow just as bad. Jenny became famous on TikTok and YouTube for her dances, challenges, and sassy personality, but she wasn't some self-made influencer. Everything she did was managed, pushed, or approved by her mom, Marie. And if you've ever seen them online together, you know exactly what I mean. Her mom isn't just a background figure. She's part of the content, fueling every controversy, every bad decision, every viral stunt. Their dynamic isn't mother-daughter co-stars, and that's exactly the problem. Jenny started posting posting when she was way young to handle the kind of attention she was getting. Her mom constantly dressed her in weird outfits, let her post weird dances, and encouraged her to lean into adult trends. When people criticized them, her mom didn't stop, but she defended it, sometimes aggressively. Sometimes, she'd argue with followers, mock critics, and even post defensive videos bragging about their fame. It's like she forgot she was supposed to be a parent and started acting like a manager addicted to engagement. There's even that infamous incident where Jenny and her mom broke into the old hype house to film content, trespassing for views, a literal crime, just to go viral. That's how far this family was willing to go for attention. If you made it this far, hit the like button, share this video, and drop a comment with your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.